Okay, I am long. I'm long, guys, to this area right here. First contract's filled. Come on, baby. Push on up. Ah, we'll go ahead and get filled here. Come on. Push up. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. You've got to be able to understand where to take the trades from. Areas of support and resistance. Why did I take that trade again? Price pulled back. Okay, this was a pullback to this area. I had just marked that red line prior to just on that entry to the entry short. I went. Now this was a long. Yes, right up below the high volume area here. Price pulls to this little area right here. Okay. So price pushes lower. I look to the left. I see an area of small resistance right here. The moment that price closed back above this area right here at 48 and a 3/4, I went long, guys. You can go long then, okay? And price is going to bounce right where I said it. See, came right. All right, let's jump into today's video. So, how many of you guys are actually trading NFPs, the NFP or the unemployment today? Trading today based on the news events. I mean, you're trading today. You're sitting on the sidelines. Are you thinking that the market is just going to kind of chop and move sideways? Do you trade on days like this when there's major news events? I'd like to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you normally do when there's a major news event, especially something that's flagged or tagged in the economic calendar that is red. Which is a high impact event. All right, so let's see here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Friday, the 4th of February, okay? I appreciate everyone so far who's subbed to the channel and been liking the videos, dropping likes on the videos. Appreciate that, guys. That shows me that you guys like the content. I am a live price action trader, day trader. I trade the E-mini S&P 500 pretty much 5 days a week. That's pretty much the primary go-to market that I like to trade. From time to time I look at the Russell, but as well the NASDAQ. But I like trading the ES, it is what it is. And in my videos, I basically just cover, I talk about certain things in relevance to the market, whether it be, market analysis, looking at market structure, talking about price action, talking about strategies. And I particularly just use one strategy in my trading. That's all I do. And those that have been watching the channel, see, if you go back and look at my channel, I have over 100 videos, guys. And I'm a profitable trader because of the fact is I trade the same strategy. I stick with my trading plan each and every day, okay? And I just use one particular strategy, and that's primarily look for pullbacks or retracements to certain particular areas of high probability areas of support and resistance. In particular, the supply and demand zones within a swing, okay, where price pulls back to in accordance or in compilation or I say in conjunction with the volume profile, okay? Volume is a very important piece of my trading, okay? So if you haven't subbed to the channel, guys, please take the time to go ahead and hit that little red button, that subscribe button, and hit that little bell notification or a little bell icon. That's the post notification that will ensure that each time I upload one of my videos that you will get it via email or through your mobile device, however you have your notification set up, okay? But let's go ahead and jump into the video. Today was, like I said, NFP, non-farm payroll day, and it was the unemployment rates came out. So I use to keep privy of the news events, the major economic news events in the economy. Excuse me, guys. I like to look at the Forex calendar. Okay, it's a website here. But let's go ahead and look at today's news event, which was, if you see it here, pretty much anything marked in red has like it's tagged red or orange. I think there's a key right here. It tells you. High impact, medium impact, low impact. So I primarily focus on all economic news that here in the U.S. If it says USD, like today, 830 USD, was the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, NFP, and we have the unemployment rate. So these are major news events at the beginning of each month, guys, especially the NFP. So we see here that the forecast was for 110. And projected was 467. Okay, so of course we're higher than that. And I think if we go back and look at the previous, this was the actual. Okay, so let's look at it again. So the actual was 467. the forecast was 110, and then the previous count or number was 510. Okay, so the numbers came out green, but still we were lower than the last last time we had the NFP came out at the beginning of last month, so which was at 510. So, but what happened when that information came out today? That's why you have to pay close attention to major economic news events, especially use a tool like forexcalendar.com. Use your calendar, go to calendar. It tells you 5 days a week what's going on in the market across the globe, depending on which area of the globe you live in. Okay, so pay attention, strict attention to those economic news events. Okay, and like I said, I use Forex Factory. All right, so what happened then? Well, I mean, if we look at the 1 hour chart here, the news event was 8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Central. So right around that time, you can see here the market we had a big red candle to the downside. So we'll look at it from a lower time frame. That's the 1 hour. That's the 12 range chart. So the 8:30 time frame was around here. The market kind of pushed down. Not, we didn't get a major move. Typically, when the numbers come out bad, say for instance, if they are bad, typically you'll see a lot going on. I mean, you'll see a major, maybe a decent sell-off. The market would get kind of volatile, and there'd be kind of some erratic movement in the market. So just, what I'm trying to say is stay on the sidelines when you have major news events, because you don't want to, one, get stopped out quickly getting a trade, and two, bust your account, because the market can be very volatile during these times, and it will zip up, zip down, or zip down, zip up, however, which way, and stop you out. So I don't trade around those areas. Sometimes even on major news events like the FOMC, the Federal Reserve, announcements or news events, I will not trade those days sometimes. But I'll trade in the morning, because most times those meetings are in the afternoon around 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll try to look at the market early in the morning, and then I'm done, because sometime closer to noon or a little bit after noon, things can kind of get shaky. So I stay on the sidelines. All right, let's jump into today's video. So how many of you guys are actually trading NFPs, the NFP or the unemployment today? Trading today based on the news events. I mean, you're trading today, you're sitting on the sidelines. Are you thinking that the market is just going to kind of, chop and move sideways? Do you trade on days like this when there's major news events? I'd like to hear from you guys, so comment below and let me know what you normally do when there's a major news event, especially something that's flagged or tagged in the economic calendar that is red, which is a high impact event. All right, so let's see here. And also, how many of you actually have in the past, or just recently, let's just say last year, 2021, say for instance, during last year's calendar year, traded a news event that was going on, didn't know the news event was going on, and then lost a bunch of money. I mean, I hear that story all the time. People just don't stay privy to what's going on in the economy and looking at the economic calendar. So, I mean, have you guys, how many of you guys have, had some harsh times where you've traded news events and thinking that, oh, today's news event is going to be good. I'm gonna trade it, and the market's gonna, go in my direction. I'm gonna make a lot of money today. But in light of things, the market actually went against you, and you may have blew your account. So, how many of you guys have actually lost it all? That's the thing. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in the markets that people really need to pay attention to. It can be simplistic, but you have to, you have to follow a plan and stick with it, as well as understand when news events are happening, and know how to trade them accordingly. So, so I've heard stories, plenty of stories, where people have lost it all in one day because they just risked it. And these are things that we're inexperienced traders have the idea that they can get into the market and make a lot of money real quick, and do not know, haven't spent the time to educate themselves correctly, properly on all the different intricate details and things that affect the markets. So you may have the money, congrats to you. But you may have the capital to put a lot, in the market or whatever the case is, or into your brokerage account, and then start trading and think that, yep, I'm ready. Yep, I'm going to take a trade. Yep, I think the news today is going to be, whichever way you think it's going to swing, and then you trade according to that, based on your notion, and then the market goes against you. So my best advice is what I do is I stay on the sidelines. I'm biased to. Well, I'm not gonna say biased. I stay on the sidelines. I'm just unbiased to the whole event, to what can actually take place in the market, because anything can happen. I've seen days where news events come out, like particularly like today. Say for instance, the numbers were not bad. Say for instance, but still the market kind of shot down a little bit. You just don't never know. I mean, you just don't never know how what's going to go on the market. I mean, so I don't speculate in that sense of what's going to particularly happen with the news events. I mean, if you follow and know, educate yourself on economics and how the economic plays and how it affects the economy as a whole, you can form a bias of, what the outcome is going to be. But to me, particularly, is like when it comes to trading, no, I stay on the sidelines because we are retail traders. We don't plug the money into the market to push it in any particular direction. It's like we just want those little crumbs off the table. We want to grab the coattail of those that have the big money and trade with them. So I don't want to get caught in a trade where I'm trading against a fighting force, and a force that's bigger than me, and then I bust my account. So just be smart about how you trade is what I'm trying to say, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. I'm rambling and talking on, but hopefully you guys appreciate that and find value in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over, look at the 1 hour, because I like to look at the 1 hour. So to kind of paint the picture for direction for me in the market. Okay. So I mentioned yesterday that the market started swinging back and pulling back, and we did break some structure even into the overnight hours. We broke structure coming down yesterday. The market swung down. We broke a low here, and then the market continued pushing lower yesterday until yesterday's session, breaking this low this area right here, this candle here where it wigged out at. So there's a low here. Price pushes up, pulls back, pushes higher, pulls back, pushes higher. So there's a swing here. So it broke the low here. It come down and broke this area below right. Let's see something here. Yeah, it broke this area below here. So push down, pull back, even made a lower low. So, so the question is, what would I be looking for? What would I be doing? How would I be trading? Well, let the higher time frame tell you kind of what to do, and form a direction off of that. And then if the hourly chart is showing you where the market is breaking structure back to the downside, even if it's a retracement in a sense, trade. Me personally, I'll be looking for shorts, okay, because the market makes swings to the downside, breaking structure to the downside. So I'm looking. Then I'll switch over to my 12 range chart, say for instance here, and then at this point here, I'm starting to look for opportunities to go short. Okay, sorry, guys, my voice is a little hoarse today. Done a lot of talking throughout the week, but anyways, all right, let's see. So let's look at the 12 range chart. You guys know that if I follow the channel, the 12 range chart is my go-to. The 12 range chart is the chart that my go-to chart. Is where I mark my levels from. It's where I'll mark the areas that I'm interested in. Okay, so if we look at what's happened, let's see. Okay, computer kind of, okay, there we go. If we look at what happened this morning so far, you see the swing to the downside, and I already showed you that in the 1 hour. We made this a big swing to the downside right here. Okay, and then within this swing to the downside, we also had some smaller swings on the 12 range. Okay, so right now we're pulling back into this major area of right here where the market swung to the downside, pull us back. Okay, and then it pulled lower here. So this is a swing here, pulling back within a swing. So what could we possibly be looking for in this at this time? Well, to me, I would be looking for opportunities maybe to go short. Um, See price bounce. Price actually pulled back to in the area right here, right above a high volume node. Okay. So I always say sell the highs, buy the lows. Sell the supply areas, buy the demand areas. So this right here would have been a opportunity to go short right here because price pushed lower, pull back. What did it do? Pull back to a small area of resistance right above a high volume area. Okay, so don't buy in the middle or at the high volume area. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing too much trading today, guys. It's probably just more of an explanation and discussion. Just giving more information away, type of video. So we'll see what happens here. But right now, the market opened up around, let's see where we're at, right here. Okay, so we haven't had much, haven't done much, and right now it's currently, what time is it right now? It's 10 o'clock. Well, 10:05 right now. So the market is trading this area volume right now. So this was a pullback right here. This was a pullback to where this red line is right here. Okay, price rejects that area, pushes lower, bumps to an area of support at this point here. Okay, so. All right, so let's take a look and see what the market's doing right now. See if we have any opportunity at all. I'll kind of blow this up a little bit so you guys can kind of see the candles a little better. So be careful here because we're wedging right now in this area of volume. I try to paint the picture for you guys so you can see we're just wedging right now, meaning that we got a high right here. Price is not taking out this high, and it's not pushing any lower to take out either this low right here. So this was where price pushed up, made a swing to the upside here, guys. Okay, have a high here. Price isn't taking it out. It's just moving within a small little leg right here. Okay, so this is just following price action, and that's all I do every single day, guys. I mean, um, I can pretty much trade around anything that happens in the market. Pretty much, it's just a matter of, paying. I pay close attention to price action. I'm a price action trader at heart, but I trade off of looking for areas, those supply, those support and resistance areas that. But the volume profile is a very important piece of my trading, guys. It really is. It's a very important piece of my trading, and I try to make my charts as simplistic as possible. Just use the volume profile and then follow in price action. But you got to number one thing you have to understand market structure. You've got to if you understand market structure and I talked about this in the past, being able to understand the market's painting a painting, and it's telling you if you can look at historically, or when I say historically, it could be the day before or a week out. You have to be able to understand what the markets did prior to understand what it could possibly do going forward. Okay, because market is going to break levels and retest them. Okay, and it paints a picture. When I say ebbs and flows, making swings to the downside, swings to the upside. So it's simple. Just follow what just follow the path. What price is trying to, the path that price is trying to lay. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Price did bounce here earlier, so where am I at? I made an error. So I'm gonna see something here. What was I doing here? I marked this area for a reason. Yeah, what was the? Oh gracious, let's see here. Okay, I see what I did. All right, right here. Price may push lower though, so we gotta be careful here. All right, so be careful here. Uh, nope. Yeah. Price could bounce here, but it can also break and push lower, to be honest with you. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Mm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Not sure if it's gonna break this area right here. If it does, we won't have much room to really get into the trade. Okay, I'm long. Gracious. The price has got to break above though. So here's the problem here. It hasn't broke above this area yet. Okay, hit my first contract. Come on. Ah, there we go. Filled. Okay. Just taking a quick little scalp right here. Price pulling back to this area right here. This is resistance. I mean, excuse me, support right here. I saw price breaking above this area right here, and it's going to test this area right here at 76. Right there it goes, right there. Okay, simple as that. Okay, so quick little scalp right there to the upside. I knew when I saw price come down, it had already done it one time in a sense. Let me show you this. Okay, let's see, arrow. Okay, price pushed up here. Okay, pull it back, broke higher, took out this little swing to the upside here. Okay, when price pulled back to this area right here, you can look for a long. As long as price stays above 74, you can go long. Price pulled back, it broke above 74, you can go long. Price is going to pause right here. It pushed up, pulled back to the same area again of support. Okay, pulled back to that area. When price came back and broke back above 74, I'm long again. Okay, but I got to be mindful because price can pause in this area and look at that. It ran to the upside. This is where I'm talking about right here, to where you can take a contract off at resistance. I mean, yes, at resistance and let it run, and you would have picked up, man, you'd have picked up 4 more points right here, pretty much 4 or 5 more points. So we all have things to work on, and that's something I have to work on myself. Is being able to let my um, scaling out, taking a contract off, letting one run, so you can maximize your profitability on a trade when you get in. So you can your risk to reward, meaning you take on more profit, more reward than what you're actually risking. Okay, so all right, first little trade that wasn't much at all. Just going scalping for. I think it's probably just a point. Um, but it is what it is. You have a point. You take what you can get. You do what makes sense to you. So that's the first little trade on pullback. Same strategy that I use each and every day, guys. Just pulling back, market pulling back to an area of support. Okay, so now that the market is rejecting this low here, what's it going to do? We're probably going to push to the upside and break this high here now. Okay, so let's see. That was a nice rejection right here. And another thing too that I didn't. I'm looking at it now. In hindsight, when price came down here, it made a low here, right? It pushed up. All right. When it swung back, it didn't swing and take out this low right here. So this here is a double bottom. I don't trade double bottoms or double tops, things like that. But this is rejection off the low right here. When price rejected that low there, uh, rejected that when it pulled back and rejected that low there, more than likely when it bounces here, it's going to come back and test the high of this area right here. Okay, and that's exactly what it did. It didn't want to push lower. It rejected here. You have a high volume area acting as a means of protection, and it rejected and pushed higher. Okay, all right. So let's see what the market's going to end up doing. Now, man, I told you we're in this swing here to the downside. So we have a swing here. There's areas that price can bounce at. We have resistance in this area, in these areas. Now, what's going on here? All right, let's see what happens here. Because price can actually break now that we are in this low volume area. Price likes to move from a higher volume area to a high volume area. Okay, so let's see what happens. Um, yeah, price is pushing hard, guys. Now I can pull back. Okay, so price has the potential to move through this area of low volume here. We know we have some nodes here, back up to this area right here, this resistance right here. So, um, let me see what price is going to do here. So, yeah, price breaks this area here. I'll be going long, guys. Let's see what happens. Pulling back. I would think that it's going to maybe come up here and test this area here, but it's pulling back to support right now. It took out a little structure here. Took out this little high right here and the swing to the downside. But we have this bigger swing right here. Okay, so these are little swings to the downside within this bigger swing. So um, I'm waiting to see what price is going to do here. To be honest with you, it could come back and test this area here. It is pulling back to support right here, so we have to be careful here. So I'm gonna wait it out here and see what price does. Okay, it's pulling back still. All right. Um. Hmm. Yeah. Let's see what price does. 84. 84. Let's see. Is the market gonna push lower? It could. We're in this high volume area here, so be careful with the top end of it right here. So I'm waiting to see what price is gonna do here. 83. Huh. Yeah. I'm long. Come on. Pull back. I'm long on a pullback, guys. Come on, hit me up here at 84. Come on. Hmm. Oh no 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 no. I don't want to see this. Come on. See if I can blow this up a little bit. Come on. I'm looking for price to test this area right here. One tick away. One tick away. All right. Ah, look at that. Look at that. There it goes. Filled me. Wow. All right, we got filled. Took on just a little bit of heat, but I knew what price was good. What did they do? They came down. This was the area. Okay, it pulled back. It's a pullback entry to this little area right here. Came down. All right, price rejected, pushed up, pulled back. They tried to scare you out right here by wicking below. They knew traders were getting in right here, and that wick below would if you had your stop sitting right here would stop you out. That's why a lot of times I do not put a stop right in my entry point because I know that they're gonna come back and check that area and wick. If they wick out at that area, meaning push it a little lower, push it, and they'll come back and push it higher. Okay, so price pulled up here, reject this area, push lower. let's see here what's going on. They may push. Okay, so they did. They pushed it lower. So price pushed up, pulled back, and pushed higher. Then they finally come down here, and they start breaking these lows right here on this swing to on this move to this leg to the upside. So they finally this area here was broke. Was broke. So yeah, let me see what happens right here because um, let's see what happens right here. Now, this is what I was talking about price testing volume, breaking back above volume, pulling back the other day, and it could bounce off volume, push higher, and we could test this area back up here. Right now, it kind of looks like we're moving sideways, but we do have a low right here now. So price did make a low right here. Let's see what it does here. Is it going to push higher, or is it going to continue, pushing lower? Right now, we do have um, a leg to the downside right here, making a low right here. It has broke structure right here. So this low right here, meaning it broke this low right here, okay? Let me see something here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. This was an area right here. This was an area of support right here. Where price just bounced at right here. Price pulled back to it right here. Right. This area of support. It broke this little area right here to the upside when it pushed up. It went pushed up here, pulled back and pushed higher. Retraced back to it. Rejected the area. That could have been a little. That could have been an entry to go long right here. So, all right. Yeah, price is pulling back. But at this point here, the market has the potential to come down here and test. I would think this area right here. So if it breaks this area right here at 64, it could come down here to 61. So let's just see what happens here. To me, honestly, I think the market's is trying to push lower. I'm taking a short. Look at that. See what I tell you? There you go. Simple as that. I knew the market's gonna come down here and test this area right here. There it is. Look at it. I'm calling these shots, guys. I'm calling and telling you what the market's trying to do. All right, so the market's trying to pushing lower. I said earlier, guys. I mean, the opportunity is to look for short entries, right? Okay, because of if you look at the higher time frame, price breaking market structures to the downside, you want to look for pullbacks to look shorts. I'm not saying you can take longs like I took a short here, but I'm not saying you can take longs because you know it depends on how you read the market and how you look at it. Okay. Um, okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh, let's see. Not too much has happened today. I can show you a scalp right quick. Price come test this area right quick. Let's see. I'll show it to you if it gets there. Come a little lower. Hmm. Let's see. Market's gonna push higher. So let your higher time frame kind of give you a direction of what you know how you should be trading in a sense. All right, guys. Let's see what happens here. Market's kind of slow today. Okay. Um. Ah. Yeah, there's a short here. I didn't. I'm going. I'm late. Late. Come on. Come on. There's a short here to take, guys. And I'm late on the entry. Ah, it's bouncing right here. Crap. Come on down. Mm, 50. Okay. This 50. Come on. There it is. Okay. Yeah, there's a short entry here. Let me show you. Let me show you this trade, guys. The entry was see price swung. Let's show it to you. Price pushed up here. What did it do? It made structure to the upside, right? Taking out resistance right here, and then it pulled back, and then it made structure to the upside. Then it starts to make structure to the downside, right? Okay. Let's see, downside, right? And what did it do when it broke structure to the downside here? It took out this area of structure right here, this low right here, right? Okay. So when price pulls back, right? When price pulls back, okay, right here on the pullback, all right, and rejects this high volume area here, you don't take a trade right there at that area there. You want to see price come back down and break back kind of below this area right here. So it it pulls back lower, right? And at that point, I'm interested in seeing if price is going to, um, break back below this area here. And when it does that, pretty much close right here at this area right here, this red candle right here, I'm short. You can be short then. I was way late on that trade there, so yep. But it's okay because I was able to still pick up a point on those two contracts because I was trying to take the trade down to this area right here where price is at now. All right, which is right here where the red line's at. Let's see. Yep. um, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. I am long. Long guys to this area right here. First contract's filled. Come on, baby. Push on up. Ah, we'll go ahead and get filled here. Come on. Push up. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. You've got to be able to understand where to take the trades from. Areas of support and resistance. Why did I take that trade again? Price pulled back. Okay, this was a pullback to this area. I just marked that red line prior to just on that entry to the entry short. I went. Now this was a long. Yes, right up below the high volume area here. Price pulls to this little area right here. Okay. So price pushes lower. I look to the left. I see an area of small resistance right here. The moment that price closed back above this area right here at 48 and a 3/4, I went long, guys. You can go long then, okay? And price is going to bounce right where I said it. See, came right to 53. I said this area here. That's why I went long right here, and I said it's going to pause right here. It's going to stop, okay? So there's another entry long. There's another trade right there, okay? So my strategy works, guys. I mean, there's no reason why I wouldn't have over 100 plus, videos on my channel, just basically over and over and over and over and over, describing and showing you my trading entries and explaining the discussion, my strategy, not my strategy, but just I'm saying, because there are tons of traders out there that probably trade like this. They probably don't explain it in this manner. They may be vague or whatever the case is, and maybe they just, they don't explain it in the manner I do. I explain it based upon how I see it, okay? So I hope you guys find value out of that. So I'm going to wrap this video up today, guys, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Stay safe if you're trading today, guys. Kind of a slippy slide day, kind of a wet, a slippy slide day here within the market because of a news event, whatever the case is. Stay safe and be careful when trading around news events. Me personally, I don't trade during the time of the news events, guys. I'm throwing it out there as a warning because you will take some L's, some losses. Okay, guys. So be safe, guys. Be trading. And I'll see you guys on Monday morning. If you haven't subbed, guys, or subscribe to the channel, hit that red subscribe button for me, guys, if you don't mind, and drop a like as well. See you guys in the next video. Take care.